today's gonna be like one of those days where I think it'll be a bit of a shorter episode. Eric had to work today, and then I've been climbing for a fair amount, so I'm probably not running at like peak strength. But they set a bunch of really cool problems today, so we figured we'd pick out some of the cooler ones and show you guys, so you kind of give it like, I don't know, a bit of that. I've already done like my hard session for today, so we figured we'd like focus on some flow today, like get like the, not like endurance, but like really try and get speed in the climbing and try and get some good flow and kind of see what that looks like. So we're gonna start out with this blue 7V Plus, which is really cool. This is actually a Felipe classic. And he said, and actually I love this problem. It was really cool. It was like a bunch of really cool heel hooks and toe hooks. Yeah.
The flowness has arrived.
The flow is the one.
Alright. A couple of guys have tried this problem and no one could figure out the beta today. That's how you do it. Sneaky toe hook.
Ow. My skin! It hurts! Well, I had fantastic flow, as you can see. But I think it's like a little bit too powerful for me at the end of the session. Alright, so like this is a really cool problem. I wish I could show it to you guys today, but I think I'd actually injure myself. Which is like so small. But the moves are like really cool and tensiony, so we'll come back to it another time. This is actually, we might as well just do like a Felipe classic roots episode. So he said this one today, and he was like, they were like, yeah, you know, I'll try and set like a 7B-ish thing. I think the general consensus is it comes out, it's like pretty solid 7C, 7C plus. And it's pretty heinous. Like, you've seen these in the videos before, but they have no texture at all. So it's just like pure, like, you're just grabbing hamburgers. If the hamburgers are like made out of butter or something, but it's super slick, so it's like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I'm so weak! Ah. Whoa! Nope.
Are you supposed to camp it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like that's what. So there's no feet on that. So you like get that, and the holds are so bad you have to like really like hang down on them a bunch. Just like camp it again, and then show you guys what top section. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired today. But anyway, supposed to get that and get like a really poor heel hook and like pull up and like lock it off and just like bump and then just like lock your entire body, keep the heel hook from sliding, and then like slowly reach a match. It's pretty cool, but definitely not 7B.
What are you doing down there, Nikken?
Well, I figured I actually can't climb anything hard like I thought I was going to be able to. So at the beginning of the video I said I'd focus on flow. So I'm gonna flow up this 60 plus.
Damn.
And it's gonna be fun. Pretty flow-tastic. Eric gave me a good question. Be like, what is flow to you? So, try and get into the more technical theories of what climbing is. So, a little while ago I was like, how is Frederick so strong? And we've like tested it, and I've got stronger fingers than he is. And so we're like, how can he just hold on? And he's like, he's just so good at moving his body. So when it comes down to it, he's just like, his flow is really good. Once he starts the route, like, he kind of has the same energy all the way to the top. So he's really good at moving his hips around. So it's not like he hits a hold and just like stops and it's just like boom. It's kind of like, what's the analogy I want to use? Almost like a bit of a rubber band ball. If you're kind of like throwing it at the hold. So he hits and he bounces and then he bounces and then he bounces and then he bounces. But it's the same kinetic boost that he had at the beginning. And it's also like, so that really helps with saving energy and like really making the entire route go quickly, effortlessly, and then you're also going to look really good. Because for me, what flow comes down to is like, flow is making climbing more look like you're dancing. And you're not like doing just like ta 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 and like screaming your head off and just like making the problem look so much harder than it is. Like the goal with climbing is to make it look easier. For me, like you want to make it look as easy as possible because you're climbing it so well, and you're saving that much energy, and like the moves are going to look easy because you're doing it so well. And so for me, flow is like achieving each move perfectly. And so that comes down to how you're moving your hips, how much energy you're using at the beginning of the movement, your foot placements, your hand placements, pretty much like everything kind of comes into play there. And it's just making sure like when that move and route happens is like your cumulative climbing experience comes together and will make that look like as good as possible. And you also like, you'll feel pretty good. Like you know when you're flowing and like climbing is fun and it feels effortless. Or close to it, as close as climbing can be. And that is what flow is to me. Can do like, we're gonna do some easy, like an easy route here. And I'm really just gonna like focus on the flow, kind of climbing like Frederick as we call it. Very much kind of like rubber bandy. And so for that, like the movement really stops, never stops. It's only just like, it's using your hips to kind of change the movement as you go from position to position and hold to hold. And so you're kind of keeping the same kinetic movement all the way through. But you're using your hands and your feet to just kind of redirect it. So you're not stopping, waiting, and then generating an entirely new force. You're kind of trying to keep the same force and I guess like kinetic movement going through the entire problem. That's what I'm going to try and focus on. Alright, so that felt alright for me. Like climbing fast has never been my best thing. I've always been kind of like hit a hold and like hang out and be like, alright, this feels good, go again, and then go again. So I'm like the anti-star from Frederick. He's just very fast and very efficient, and I've burned a lot of energy. So that felt good for me, but I think I can do a lot better. Just keep the movement going and trying to do as much movement at once, if that makes sense. Felt better, felt faster. Let's do it one more time. I'm exhausted. I think that's actually slightly worse. But I think it's something that I can just spend much more time on and get much better at. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much all for today. Go home and rest. Like, comment, and or subscribe. And try and keep it fresh, keep it new.
Yeah.
And keep getting good videos every day.